I am California of the past.
I am California of the past.
I am California of the past.
Hi, I'm Bill Paden, and I was asked to talk a little bit about the history of the Alameda Swimming Pool Association. Alameda is an island. We have water all around us, and it's a big deal to know how to swim in this town. Neptune Beach closed about 1939, and apparently that left a great vacuum as far as where to swim, where to go to learn to swim, where to cool off on the few hot days that we had. And at the time, that saltwater pool, the one at Neptune Beach, was the largest saltwater pool in the world. The problem really became apparent in the early 50s that there was a large gap in the availability of commercial-sized pools in Alameda. There were a number of backyard pools at the time and individual schools that started up. One of them was Frank Whedon's school. People like Frank Whedon felt that the city really needed some sort of commercial pool so that children could be trained to swim, plus to advance to higher competitive standards if they chose to. Frank Whedon himself was one of the wealthiest men in the United States. He founded the Whedon Exchange, which was similar to the New York Stock Exchange, and he felt it was his way of giving back to Alameda, plus he just plain liked swimming. My grandfather was a concrete contractor. He built Highway 5. He built Coliseum and other big projects like that, but he also built a lot of pools. And so that became the connection between the two, because they both were interested in swimming, safety, the development of athletes. Both could swim, but they felt that it was very important that there were no drownings in Alameda. Frank Whedon and my grandfather, Fred Stolte, came up with an idea to build two small commercial pools in the city parks, Franklin Park, Lincoln Park. The money for the pools came from both the two men, and Fred Stolte actually did the construction of the property. Lincoln Pool was built in 1959. Lincoln Park had an unused court that became Lincoln Pool. I remember sitting on the dirt pile from where the hole was dug, and I used to sit there with my grandfather. But I watched that being built, and 1960 a house was torn down on the edge of the park, and that became Franklin Pool, and I do not remember that one being built because I think I was in school. At that time, the Alameda Swimming Pool Association was created by Fred Stolte and Frank Whedon to help manage the pools and help fund the pools as they got older. The Alameda Swim Team was also part of the Alameda Swimming Pool Association. The whole idea was to develop water-safe swimmers, to take a child who was not water-safe, kindergarten age, all the way to age group swimming. Frank moved his school essentially over to Franklin Pool and started to develop the kindergarten swim, which was a free program to develop water-safe swimmers, and then for the ones that wanted to develop them into swimming athletes that can compete in age group swimming. At that point, then they enter into the red, blues, and green system. You learn your strokes, start learning the swim distances, you start doing things that would prepare you for age group swimming. After you got out of red, blues, and greens, you went into your black pants, and that meant you could compete at that point. It took me a long time to get my black pants. That's all I can remember. And then it went to the AAU pants, which meant you had your first A time. A time is a fast time for an age group swimmer. It's something that brings great joy by the time you first get it. And then if you got the green and white striped pants, that was your double A time. Then you went on from there. At the time, especially in the late 50s, early 60s, the women had very little as far as high school sports to excel at. So swimming was great for them because it was a competitive sport that they could excel at, and also water polo, which was the next logical outcome. Over the last 60 years, we've had swimmers go to the nationals, and we've also had people go to the Olympic trials. The interesting thing about the swimmers that have gone to Olympic trials, especially the ones recently, they usually didn't place very well once they got there because they were so excited about seeing all these Olympians that they spent most of the time getting their hats signed. The association is truly unique in the United States. I don't think there's another organization that runs year-round that's quite like it. The pool's been run pretty much the same way all along the line. We use grants and donations and household memberships to finance the operation of the pool, improve the pool, to keep it updated. Now I'm really happy with it because we have a considerable number of really interested individuals. And that's a good thing since it's late in its life, and we would like to keep it going as long as we can. Most of our labor is volunteer, which is done by members. They give their time, some hundreds of hours a year. We have all types of volunteers. The vice president of a bank, plumbers, we have electricians, and the volunteers take it very much to heart. Generations, including myself, have been involved in the pool, and it's a self-perpetuating environment. Everybody has kind of grown up through the pool system. Everybody's essentially guards. We've all had CPR, and it just makes it a very safe environment. But it does make a mark. It does make a mark on people, even if they weren't interested in athletic swimming. They can do whatever they want. They can swim, they can sail in the estuary and not worry about it. They can join crew when they get older, and they have fun. It's healthy. Generates considerable happiness. You know, you go down on a warm day and you see all the kids having fun in the small pool, learning their strokes in a large pool. Children lap swimming next to adults and seniors. Also, celebrations. It serves as a meeting place for those types of parties. And very often Franklin School has their graduation parties at the pool. Lincoln has some of theirs, the Boy Scouts, the Girl Scouts, private parties. It's truly a unique experience, and it's truly a unique organization.